Late last year, after 10 long years of waiting, Final Fantasy XV finally arrived, and with it, loads of awesome facts. You're watching Know the Facts, where we look at some of the things you probably didn't know about Final Fantasy XV. This is also part 1, so stay tuned for more facts in the future. Let's get into it. Final Fantasy XV is getting loads of DLC. Did you know that in April of 2017, the official FF15 Japanese Twitter account announced the episode Kenny DLC? Here, the player would assume the role of our favourite Kenny Crow, the Nest Diner's mascot. What's also amusing is that his weapon was to be a fish. April Fools if you're still not following. We've all noticed that FF15 opens with a message of Final Fantasy for fans and first-timers. Did you notice that this message is then reinforced by some early loading screen text? In a time unknown, only a prophecy keeps hope alive in people's hearts. When darkness fails the world, the King of Light shall come. This is very similar to the opening lines of the very first Final Fantasy game. The world is veiled in darkness. The people wait, their only hope a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. FF15 has loads of references to other Final Fantasy games. Here's a few that you may have missed. The old freezers found in certain shops have the text Great Glacier Cola, a reference to the location in FF7. There's a sign in Meldatio Hunter headquarters and in Lestalem for Adamantoise Paradise. This of course references the Turtles Paradise pub in Wutai Village. Good old Viv owns a publishing company named Meteor Publishing. His shirt resembles the FF7 logo, which of course includes a meteor. And on that note, how much does he look like Jorge Garcia? You know, Hurley from Lost? Did you notice the sign Benora White? In Crisis Core, the Benora White is a variety of apple. When examining the item shop at Meldatio headquarters, you will find a Weapons Monthly magazine. This of course references the Weapons Monthly magazines from Final Fantasy VIII, which allow you to remodel stronger weapons. If you take a close look at the Ring of Lusar, you'll notice that it closely resembles the Solomon Ring from FF8. Even cooler is that if you view the Solomon Ring's description by reading the Occult Fan magazine, you'll see that it used to belong to a royal family. Finally, Ramar's staff resembles Ixion's head, who is a lightning summon from FF10. Pretty awesome stuff. There are also loads of cinematic references in Final Fantasy XV. Remember when Prompto said, "Snakes, why did it have to be snakes?" This is a reference to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Prompto also makes a Star Wars reference when talking to Noctis around the campfire.
But I need you to come with me tomorrow morning. Help me, Noctis. You're my only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
When you take flight with the Regalia for the first time, Noctis says, "Where we're going, we don't need roads." This refers to Back to the Future, where Doc Brown says the same line before flying the good old DeLorean.
Taking the high road.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
When Aranea questions Ignis about his eyes, he responds by saying, "Just a flesh wound."
What did you do to your eyes?
Oh, just a flesh wound.
This is a reference to the famous scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look! Just a flesh wound.
Finally, when a hunt enemy is located, Prompto will often sing "We're in the money."
We're in the money.
This line comes from the Gold Diggers song from the 1933 film Gold Diggers.
We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along.
FF15 changed a lot over its lengthy development. Ignis, for instance, initially used a katana as his main weapon, while daggers were his sub-weapons. However, he can still be seen using the katana of the warrior in an Armiger chainlink strike, even though he can't equip it. Noctis has also changed quite a bit. What's interesting is that a model of Noctis with his original clothing can be found dummied onto the game's disc. A nude character model for Gentiana also exists. The reason for this is that it's used for a transformation scene where she is viewed from behind. However, another dummied asset is a nude character model of Camellia. She doesn't transform or isn't ever seen naked, thankfully, so it's a complete mystery as to why it exists in the game's data. Cindy is a pretty damn memorable character due to certain assets that she possesses. Her first version had her assets jiggles so much that director Tabata wanted to tone it down a little. Feedback from the demo was that Cindy was too sexy, if that's even possible. Tabata responded that Cindy was not meant to be an erotic character, but energetic and outgoing, and he didn't want to change the current concept. Mate, there's other ways to present an energetic and outgoing personality. Not that I'm complaining. What's also interesting is that her Japanese name is Sydney, which is a reference to the recurring name of Sid. Remember that beastly Audi hooning around the streets in Kingsglaive? Well, there's actually a one-of-a-kind replica of this vehicle. Square Enix first announced its partnership with Audi during a promotional event and stated that a custom redesign of the Audi R8 was to serve as the official state car of the Lucis royal family. It features a 5.2 litre R8 V10 engine and can reach a maximum speed of 330 km per hour. In November 2016, Audi held a lottery to sell the car and priced it at nearly $500,000 US. Personally, I think I'd look pretty awesome driving around in that thing. Major spoiler alert coming. I'm sure you realise that the photo left on the throne after Noctis's passing and the photo he hands to Luna Freya at the wedding depends on which photo the player chooses from their album right before the final battle. Many people assumed that this final sequence was fixed, but in fact it isn't. Choosing a certain type of picture will result in Luna crying when she looks at it. To make her shed a tear, the player needs to choose an image of her wedding dress or any picture from the party's first visit to Altissia. And that's all for today. Make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss out on part 2 coming soon. Also, feel free to check out the new Facebook page. See you next time.